Coach Anthony here with the Way of Life Boot Camp, and I'll tell you what, I'm just so happy, so excited that you're here with me on this video, and just want to talk just a little bit about, depending on what challenge you're in, whether you're in the 6-week challenge, where you're in the 21-day detox, or you're just working out and making it happen, is that anything that you want to do is possible. Now, I know you probably heard that before. Someone else has said that, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's possible. But what we like to say in Way of Life Boot Camp is, if we can, you can. Hearing the tremendous amount of stories that we have inside of our boot camp with different boot campers, Javier Andrade comes to mind, that was at 410 pounds, and now he's at 240 pounds. And he wants to, and he will end up losing another 40 pounds. So many different boot campers that have lost 85, 70 pounds, and sorry I said lost, I mean release. But these are just normal, everyday people that work jobs, that go out and do their thing and are there with their family or significant other and friends, but they're understanding this time in life, whether they're 30, 35, 40, 55, 60, that it is possible. And so anything that you're going after as far as inside of this challenge, whatever that goal is, to release the weight that you want to release or to do the things that you want to do, understand that no matter what's going on, you can make it happen, the ups and downs in life. And I think of a story of a young man, two young kids that are at a ice pond, and this is happening in Minnesota and all the Great Lakes, and they're ice skating inside of there and they're playing a little bit of hockey. And this pond that they're on, that's iced over, it's known that that they've never really had any kind of accidents where the ice opens up and takes them under. Well, on this day, earlier in the day, earlier in the morning, it was still chill outside, and the kids were ice skating in there, and then one of the kids hit a crack in the ice, and it opened up, took him under, and then the ice closed, just like that. And then the other kid was looking around, and of course these kids are two scrawny little kids. One of the kids comes down, and it's his best friend, and he can see his friend in the ice, and he starts beating on the ice with his fist. Blood starts to come out profusely from his hands, and he's understanding that this is not working, but he sees his friend is starting to lose, basically starting to go down under and is about to die. So he looks around, and to his left and to his right, and he finds a tree, and he goes up on the tree, and he goes to the middle part of the tree, and he finds the strongest part of a tree trunk as where the tree branch is. Busts the tree branch, seemed like it was an eternity, came down, and within one swell, boom, right in the middle of the ice pops open. He digs in with one hand, pulls his friend out with one arm, and once again we're talking about a scrawny young little kid. One of the townspeople that saw this transpiring called the paramedics. Paramedics came, and one of the paramedics comes. The kid is revived, and he says, how in the heck did this happen? How could he save this? How could he save his friend? There's no way. You just look at this kid, how much he weighs, the power. He doesn't have the power to do that. An old man from the town overheard him, and with all his wisdom, he said, because there was no one there to tell him that he couldn't, right? So understand that it's all about what you're saying to yourself. What are you saying in your mind? Why are you saying you can? Why are you saying you can't? If you can or you can't, just like Henry Ford said, you won't make it happen. But we want to let you know here for sure at the Way of Life Boot Camp that you can. There's been hundreds upon hundreds of clients that have done it before you, and you can be a part of them, and there's no doubt about it. So it's time to dig in, time to make it happen, time not to make any excuses or noble excuses. Let's step forward, let's make it happen. It is possible.